Welcome back. Time now for our community update with Appleton Mayor Tim Hanna.
And Mayor, earlier in the show we mentioned the Fox Cities Champion Center, which is going to be breaking ground today. This is the $30 million sports complex that will be in Grand Chute. But Mayor, we want to know how the Fox Cities, including Appleton, really came together to make this possible.
Well, you know, oftentimes, and I appreciate you inviting me here to talk about Appleton, but Appleton's not just Appleton, right? We're the Fox Cities. We've got about 75,000 people who live in Appleton, but when you think of the Fox Cities, and that's just Kaukauna to Neenah, you have almost 250,000 people. And we all live together. It's the definition of a community, really. We've done some remarkable things when we can put our differences aside and come together. And the latest is the Champion Center. It is in Grand Chute, but it's really the result of actually 10 different municipalities coming together and saying, yep, we agree, this is a good thing for all of us. And it is going to be a wonderful thing. It's going to be a great, capture those sports tourists that come. You know, I was one of those at one time when my kids were younger, and we would go all over the Midwest and for soccer tournaments and different things. And we have some wonderful outdoor facilities. This indoor facility is one of the things that we've been missing. Yeah. And as a region, as a community. So it's going to be good for all of the Fox Cities. It's going to bring in thousands and thousands of people every year. Estimated economic impact at a minimum $6.5 million to $8 million a year, and just growing from there. Wow. We saw the same thing with the exhibition center. You know, this is really the next chapter of all of those 10 municipalities coming together to make the exhibition center a reality, which, by the way, is ahead of its projections in terms of its use and bringing people in, and we're happy that that's going well, and we expect the same thing for the Champions.
So the shovels will be going in the dirt later on today. Again, this can hold 4 basketball courts, 8 volleyball courts, an ice skating rink, 1,000-person seating, so great addition to the Fox Cities area.
Two sheets of ice.
Oh, yeah, 2. So there you go, even more. So great stuff. We'll be looking forward to that. Let's switch gears now. License to Cruise. This is going to kick off the Oktoberfest celebrations. Fall is this weekend, but this is happening next weekend. This is a huge car event. Tell us about that.
Yeah, 28th, 29th. Coming up on 30 years, I think, Oktoberfest, and it's a mass of humanity in downtown. License to Cruise, we close off College Avenue, obviously, and have vintage cars come down, and I mean, we've seen up to 60,000, 70,000 people come in. It's a family-friendly event, and people coming down and just walking the avenue and enjoying all those old vintage cars, and followed on by Oktoberfest, which, you know, I think people forget this is a huge fundraiser for so many nonprofit organizations who come and have booths downtown and sell all sorts of different types of food. And last year, I think they estimated the crowds at well over 100,000 people in that 1-mile stretch of downtown. And amazingly, I ask the police department every year, oh, how did we do? And, you know, the number of actual tickets that they write is usually less. You can count them on one hand.
Which is so amazing. I mean, that's what it is we hear from Mile of Music as well.
Yeah, people come, they know how to behave themselves. And I think the cool thing is that people hold each other accountable. They know. It's, you know, just knock it off. Don't be stupid. And have fun and enjoy the atmosphere. And I think that's kind of the culture that we've promoted in a lot of these large events in downtown Appleton.
And License to Cruise, like we said, kicks off Oktoberfest next week, and you don't want to miss it. If you haven't been down there for it, really take advantage for it. Well, thank you so much, Mayor Hanna, and we will have more on that groundbreaking coming up later today. But coming up next, we'll have a check on your forecast. We'll be right back.